Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Matt with the Hardcover Comic, and first of all, thank you. Thank you, everyone that has ever watched a video. Thank you to everyone that has ever subscribed, liked, commented, even disliked a video, okay? We just hit 10K, and this is our first video after hitting that 10K monumental thing, and so from the bottom of our hearts, Mike and I thank you guys very much. We never expected to ever even get close to 10K, so it's kind of an amazing thing. So just thank you guys. We appreciate you. But that's not why you guys are here. You guys want to see this. You guys want to see and hear all about Dr. Aphra. And that's great. If you don't want to hear what I'm about to say, fast forward for the next minute or so, because, well, I got to tell you guys where you can get your copy of Dr. Aphra. That's right. You can get your copy with our sponsor, Organic Price Books. OrganicPriceBooks.com is where you can get super fast shipping, excellent customer service, and great prices. Are you tired of waiting around for some of those competitors out there that maybe take a month, 2 months, even 3 months lately to ship your books? Go to OrganicPriceBooks.com. JP will have it out to you within a day. Sometimes maybe 48 hours, unless it's obviously a pre-order, but if he has it in stock, he gets them shipped fast, and you can get your copy of Dr. Aphra out there. Also, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/the hardcover comic. We do giveaways every single month. We're about to be doing a giveaway for March here pretty soon to that winner. So if you are a Patreon subscriber, stay tuned for that. And let's just dive in. You guys came to see Dr. Aphra? Let's dive in and check it out. All right, so here we go. Star Wars, Dr. Aphra. This is a book that I've been waiting on for a very long time. I read this digitally as it was coming out back in 2016, 2017, and it is so good. It's a book that I never thought I was actually going to truly enjoy. I wasn't really sure what to make of it in the beginning, but it is by far one of the better Star Wars titles out there. So here is the front cover. The spine says volume 1, and there's a current Dr. Aphra series going on right now, so I'm wondering if that's going to be volume 2, since they did label this volume 1. And then here's the back. Retail price is $125 US. Again, go to organicpricebooks.com and you guys can get it cheaper than that. But this is going to collect Darth Vader 3, 4, 8, 21, and 25. Star Wars Dr. Aphra 1 through 40 and annuals 1 through 3, along with Star Wars 13, 19, 31, 32, Star Wars The Screaming Citadel, and material from Star Wars Empire Ascendant. So this is a thick book. It doesn't look super thick, but it contains a lot, which makes me think that the pages are probably pretty thin. So it's got your standard, Marvel right there. Let's go ahead and get this dust jacket off. All right, so here we go when you have the cover off of the book. Great graphic cover here. You got Dr. Aphra, BK, Black Cranston. You got 000, BT-1, who are darker versions of the droids that we love that are known as C-3PO and R2-D2. Here is the spine with the cover removed, and then some more graphic art on the back. Now, it's been 3 or 4 years since I've read this, so I'm really excited to dive back into it. It's a great title, one that I was very excited about when it was announced. Open up, you have your title page. You then got your table of contents here. And then we jump right in. Now, the pages in the book, they're a little thin, which, I mean, you've got, probably over 50 issues or so in this book. So it would make sense that the pages would be a little bit on the thin side. So they're not nice and thick. They are rather kind of thin, but it's not bad. It has the glossy look to them and things. They're not horrible. But as far as the story goes and things like that, so when it jumps right into the Vader Down crossover. So if you've read Darth Vader, if you've read Star Wars, you guys are already familiar with Vader Down. That would mean that you're probably also familiar already with Dr. Aphra. Which is where she gets introduced. She was created by Kieran Gillen and Salvador Larroca, and she honestly became probably one of my favorite Star Wars characters in the whole Marvel Universe side of it. When it first came out, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I wasn't really sure if I was going to like it or not. I'm like, who's this new character? Where's the characters I love? Right? But if you read it and give it a chance, it is so good. 000 is the dark C3PO, if you will. And he actually has a thing where he says like, hello, ma'am, I do, translation, and I do protocols, and I do this and that. I also do maim and torture. And it's like, wait, what? But it's really funny, and it's really good. He has a penchant for wanting to kill people. He's always asking Aphra when he can kill somebody or when he can torture somebody and things like that. And so in the beginning, Dr. Aphra, she's a rogue architect, or not architect, sorry, archaeologist. She's a rogue archaeologist who has an affinity for things Jedi. And so she's constantly on the search for things. Well, she ends up teaming up with Darth Vader during the Vader Down series. Needless to say, it doesn't last very long, which isn't really a surprise. But the hows and the whys of why it doesn't last, you got to read the book to find out. But as you move on, you learn more about her, and you learn that as a character, I think deep down she wants to do good, but she has some very questionable morals, if you will. And, the dollar speaks, so to speak. So, but as you go throughout the book, you get some really amazing art and stuff throughout. I think Salvador Larroca's art is probably some of the best art in the Marvel Star Wars universe. I absolutely love it. But you also have some other really great artists and things throughout. So while the, art kind of changes a little bit, it's not bad at all. You get really, like I said, amazing art throughout, and writers too. You got Kieran Gillen, who is amazing, and is a great writer. You got Jason Aaron with the Star Wars crossover stuff. This is also excellent. Towards the end of this run, you have Simon Spurrier taking over. Which Mike is I enjoy his work too. Mike's a big fan of Simon Spurrier. I think he's done some overviews and things on his work. So if you're not familiar with him, go check him out. Especially a lot of his stuff with Boom Comics, really good. Now, I did only stretch the spine once before recording this, and as you can see, it lays beautifully. Now, we'll get into the eye hole in a little bit. There's not much of one. You could probably open it up a little bit, but in regards to the way it lays, it just lays flat right almost immediately. It lays beautifully. I really enjoy that about the Marvel books lately, is just how nicely they lay. But as far as the story and things go, so say chances are if you're watching this video, you probably already have the Star Wars Omni, the Darth Vader Omni, or you've at least read them digitally or things like that. But let's say you're not. Let's say you just happen to click on this video and you're like, oh, what is this about? Do I need to know anything about Star Wars going into it? And the beautiful thing about it is no. Obviously, if you do know things about Star Wars, if you are a big fan of the movies and there's tons of Easter eggs, okay, which is great. But if you are not a fan, or maybe you aren't that familiar with, or maybe you just enjoy the movies, but you're not like a diehard fan that remembers all the aliens in the background. I sure as the heck don't remember those. That's okay. You don't need to remember all of that. You don't need to know any of it. You can just dive in. And Marvel, back when they created the Star Wars universe, and I believe it was 2016, they did just an amazing job with it, of really creating this new world and this new everything that ties into the movies and takes place in between the movies and things like that. It's just, it is so good. But again, I highly recommend this. Like, if you already own Star Wars, if you already own Darth Vader, or you've at least read them, this is a must-get book. I don't say that very often about a lot of books, but this is a must-have for your collection. And if you're, money's tight, you can't buy it, what have you. Hey, I get it, man. I've been there. At least read it digitally. It is such a good story. There's a lot of people I know that when it was first coming out, people are like, I don't know, it's a brand new character or whatever. Like, where's the characters we love? And it's so good. Like, it really blew me away by how fun it is, how good it is. It's a really enjoyable story. There's actually a brand new Dr. Aphra book that is ongoing currently. I don't remember who's writing it though. I'm sorry. It is not Kieran Gillen. I know that. It is somebody else, but I don't remember who. If you happen to know, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. But yeah, I cannot remember who's currently writing it. But that's probably why it says volume 1 on the spine, because they're gonna, the hope would be to turn the current run into a volume 2. But yeah, like I said, this is just a must-have book for your collection if you are a fan of the Marvel Star Wars stuff that, they sort of rebooted, I guess you could say, back in, 2016. So, like I said, I've been flipping through this book. You guys can see the art is really good throughout the entire thing, even though it does switch up artists and whatnot. It's great. So then we get to the back here. And then they have the, some different variant covers, concept art, things like that. Nothing too crazy. And then we close it up. But you guys, we discussed eye hole, so let me open it back up real quick. All right. So, bump the camera. Don't mind that. So there's the eye hole. Like I said, there's not much of one. You could probably get in there with a little tool and kind of open it up a little bit, I'm sure. It does seem like it has some flex to it. But again, the book lays beautifully flat, which is just absolutely phenomenal. So again, it is a must-have book for your guys' collection. So if you haven't gotten it already, please go check it out. Go to your local shop. Go to organicpricebooks.com. Go to whoever. Get the book purchased. It is a must-have for your collection. So thank you guys for tuning in. And until next time, the power is yours.